Hello and welcome to another stream. Oh no. I'm gonna have to mute my phone real quick. I'm trying to do the live stream manager and it's repeating the audio. It's gonna drive me crazy. Problem solved. Yeah, welcome back. With today's session, I'm just going to be continuing my work on the salamanders from the starter boxes that I've been working on. And I'm pretty sure that we skipped last week. I think it was I was sick or something, but I made a lot of progress over the last couple of weeks. Most importantly, I think, is busted out the old airbrush. And I should not say old airbrush. I should say actually new airbrush, because I had an old airbrush and it was dog water. It sucked so bad. And I've been sitting on a newer one. Still pretty cheap. It was like $40-50 or something. But I've been sitting on it for months and months because I was kind of worried that it would suck the same as the old one. But I figured these guys really needed the attention, and so I fired it up and did some work on all of the Infernus Marines who I plan on having flame effects on. And yeah, they've got some solid baseline OSL here. We just kind of hit them from the front with some red. Covered most of the front of the mini with that. You can see most of it's just kind of stuck around on the higher parts, the backpack, and you can see some on his head. And then followed that with some orange in a smaller area, and finally a yellow, strong and concentrated on the barrel and the close areas. So yeah, all of the Infernus Marines, besides the first experimental guy who got the sponge treatment, got the airbrush treatment. And yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the results. They're not as pronounced as I would like. I think you can probably see pretty easily on this guy. His glow is pretty subdued. And that's okay. I mean, a couple of these guys, I plan on just having them like have smaller flames, like, you know, they've got little pilot light on the ends of their flamers, comes from this little thing. But I think that I could probably have gotten a little bit more out of the airbrush with them. I think I was just more worried about overdoing it and doing some serious irreversible coverage that did not look good. So I would definitely prefer to underdo it than overdo it. I don't think that I'll be able to really enhance these. Oh, is that you, Ian? Welcome, my dude, my guy. Welcome. Yeah. This is really the airbrush doing most of the work here. I just kind of blocked in all the other basic colors, so, but it's definitely helped to be painting pretty regularly recently. It's steadied my hand a little bit, I think. So yeah, between the airbrush boys and the sponge boy, I'm not sure which one I like the most, because I really like the brightness that came out of the sponge, but I can't argue with how fast the results are for the airbrush ones, and I'm happy to keep them that way. But yeah, that was the major progress. And then I also I'm pleased so far with the sergeant for the Infernus Marines. I went ahead and went for some salamander skin tones, and I really hate painting skin, but I think he turned out pretty good. And then the last thing that I did was I bought some Martian Iron Crust technical paint to plaster the bases, try and go for kind of a arid Badlands look there. So that's been sitting since I did that, I don't know, day before yesterday, I think. So it should be good and dry now, and I'll want to do some dry brush over the top and try and make it a little bit more contrasty. We'll see how that works with the colors I have. I don't want to get a whole bunch more paint, but I do feel like my palette's a little bit limited. But yeah, so we might do that today, because really I feel like the Infernus Marines are basically done. The one thing that they all need is all of the boys with helmets. They need their eyes painted. I did the white base, so now we need to put the actual lens in there, and I think that might be it, actually. I guess I should probably at some point try to do the purity seal script. That's really just kind of annoying to me because I can never get those lines thin enough to look good, so I don't know if we'll do that this session. Might try to do something more interesting, such as we've got the other salamander squad on the table now, which is these Sternguard Veterans. Boom. Unlike the Infernus Marines, who were just primed black, all of the Sternguard Vets were also base coated green with the airbrush, which I think worked out pretty nicely. I think I'm not, I see a lot of talk about how doing that helps to create some natural shadows. I'm not sure how much that's going to come across, because I feel like these guys are going to need at least one more pass with the green to get them up to par for salamander colors. They're pretty solid as is, but I don't know, I think it's just good practice to have that additional coat on there. But before I even get to that, they've got plenty of other colors to block out. I've taken a couple of them already. Got their everybody's got the black on their shoulder pads, backpack, knee pads. For the Sternguard vets, they've all got tabards, which have this, probably looks black on camera, but they've got a dark gray, and I think I'll probably take a stab at painting some flames on there so that they're a little bit more interesting. But these are the only two out of the 5. So the rest of the Sternguard vets, they need their the brown, which will be the base for their gold, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna bother with doing like some kind of gray base coat for the metal portions. I might just start painting it on, because I'm kind of lazy. Yeah, so that was progress, and it was a lot. Actually, there's one more thing. I have the whatchamacallit, the Outriders from the starter box, and they also got the airbrush treatment priming for the Emperor's Huntsman. So I'm looking forward to them. Yeah, I don't remember where I first came across the advice to do a brown base for gold, but I've been doing it ever since, and I feel like it's worked out really, really well. I can definitely see it. In fact, I think there was... maybe it wasn't in this batch, but I feel like very recently I had a guy who I forgot to do that, and I put the metallic paint straight on, and you could definitely see the layer underneath. And so the brown really helps to solidify it. So, and then yeah, oh, there's this little guy, I don't know what he is, some kind of little forest gremlin dude. This is gonna be a familiar for a druid NPC in my wife's D&D campaign that one day I'll start again. I have a little bit more time and models printed. Because I probably have, I've got probably, I don't know, of the many gigabytes of models that I have saved, probably 50% are D&D models. And they've been languishing like all my other stuff, so got to get caught up on that eventually. Yeah, so I think I kind of want to start with the Vanguard, or rather the Sternguard, just because I don't like how they're half progressed right now, so just gonna dive right into it here. I've been risking it and just leaving my wet palette wet just overnight for a few days now, and so far no ill effects. It just sits here on my desk. I've seen people recommend refrigerating them. I don't think that I'm gonna try that, just because it's not that important to me. But so far it seems to be working out fine, and it's super nice to just be able to sit down, drop right into it. This brown is it's on my palette from yesterday. I just uncapped the brush and started pulling it off, so in the naughtiest way possible. This brush is always giving me grief, threatening to split. I don't know how much longer it's gonna last. I think I probably have a replacement. It's been going a good long while though. I'd say it's lived a full life. I don't know what the lifespan of a brush is supposed to be. Let's see. Yes, all of the bolters got a base coating, just like with the Infernus Marines. They're just gonna be gray bolters. Nothing fancy there. I don't know. I can definitely see why some Space Marine chapters would have, you know, some kind of thematically colored weapons. I am just not a big fan myself. I just tend to see the bolters as standard issue tools, which I'm sure some Space Marines would call me a heretic for. Let's see. What else has he got? He's got this pendant thing that's hanging down. These little crosses of theirs. I don't know what kind of honor this is supposed to be, but these are a huge pain on the brush. All these little angles. Alright, so now there's probably too much on here for these chains, but I'm gonna try anyway. Yeah, that'll do it. Tricky little space. Alright. I think the heavy bolter might be my favorite Space Marine weapon. I'm just a big fan of any gun that just goes chugga chugga chugga. I might need to mix in a little bit of water here. This is kind of thick. Those are also great choices. I have never really been a hammer guy until Space Marine 2. I think it converted me. really in any setting. I know that there's a lot of fantasy games that use them. But when it comes to melee, I also prefer something with a blade. Now, axes are very on brand for Norse-themed Space Marine Bear Boys and the wolf guys who inspire them. Let's see if I can get this bottom feather a little bit more. Nice. Don't see much more on him. It's gonna be gold. Ugh. I love that these guys have these shoulder ribbons. I hate that I'm gonna have to paint them. These are even worse than frickin' purity seals because they demand content. There's no way that I'm gonna freehand something on here that looks anywhere near legible. Alright. Let's get the top here. Bubbly. Let's see. Probably gonna leave the drum in a gunmetal color. Oh, almost forgot his whole ass pauldron trim. Under the backpack exhaust. Think that once I finish with these Sternguard, next on the table will be the Outriders, because I'd like to go ahead and break out some different colors for a little while. And I think with 3 different chapters represented, it will start feeling like a fun little coalition. Yes, I saw something about that rules change. I wonder if that's intentional or just an oversight. That's gonna create some really interesting interactions. This brown is gonna last much longer. That's too much. Here we go. All right. So that's Brother Heavy Bolter. And we've got the Sarge. I'm not sure yet what I'm gonna do with his shield thing. I don't remember what they're called. It could stay green, but that's just more green. It could be black, but no, that's not very interesting. Maybe yellow. Kind of flame colored. And no, I don't think it can stay green. So, some other kind of honor. That checks out. These guys are awash in honors. Parchments and medals hanging off every which way. I keep meaning to tally up all of these guys and see how much they make in a list. Because the Space Marines are definitely the ones that I've got the most of at this point. Since I had 2 boxes with half Space Marines. I don't think I have any Space Marines that I got in like in their own box. I think they're all from starter sets. But they give so many. Yeah, I think I can remember. We've got a squad of 10 Infernus Marines. We've got this squad of 5 Sternguard Veterans. We have 5 Assault Intercessors. We have 3 Outriders. Oh, I was about to say, what the fuck is wrong with this skull? But there's like an eye in it, like, I don't know, for Inquisition or iconic or something, who knows. Let's see. Assault Intercessors. There are 5 Terminators. I believe they're Assault Terminators. If that makes a difference. I don't even know if they are a separate data sheet from other Terminators. Let's see, there's a Terminator Captain and a Terminator Librarian. There is there's a Primaris Captain who I actually had to look that guy up because I wasn't sure what he was. He came with the relic shield, the super fancy one with a dead guy on the front. And I thought he was like some kind of funky standalone blade guard, but nope, he's a captain. So, yeah. 2 captains in the bunch, that's crazy. Oh, probably not that crazy, it's, you know, starter sets, they come with captains. What else? There's the Primaris Apothecary, the Biologus, I believe, is his thingy. And what else? I think the only other thing is a Phobos Lieutenant. Yeah. Yep, that's the last guy. Then whatever these guys total up to, I want to, once I'm finished painting them, I want to make sure I get the other forces up to at least equal. I know I have enough Tyranid models already, but I definitely don't have enough Necron models. Oh, and there's also a Ballistus Dreadnought. Forgot about him because he is in the other box with the rest of the monsters. These studs are killing me. Stop splitting my brush, dude. Also, I kind of don't like this. I miss when everybody had iron halos. Those were cool. These little cross things are boring. I guess iron halos were probably more for commanders though. This is just a humble sergeant. $11.30, huh? That's not bad. That is not bad for a bunch of starter box minis. I went through everything that I had before the move, and I was surprised to realize how little I had in finished Tau. I had like, I should say have, it's not like they've gone anywhere, I'm still got them, but I have like 15 Fire Warriors, which is, you know, a holdover from the last edition. I don't think you can even, I think the minimum size for one of those units is 10 now. So I have to get 5 more before I can even field that little group. And then I've got 1 unit of battle suits and 1 Fireblade and 1 Ethereal. I feel like I had some other infantry. Oh, I have some of my proxy Vespids. So once I eventually bust out the Crude Carnivore box, they're gonna outnumber the regular Tau easily. That's okay. I've got some sick proxy battlesuit models that I cannot wait to print and build. Feel just an army of psycho looking mechas. Alright. I feel like I should probably just go ahead and paint the base of this cross gold as well. No reason not to. Huh. Babooey. You know, that's a fair question. I think that it's honestly just a gameplay thing for Space Marine 2, because I mean, they also shouldn't be shuttling 3-man squads of Space Marines around in fucking Thunderhawks. But, who knows? Maybe there's some contrived lore. Or, there's the distinct possibility that I'm completely incorrect. I don't... It's kind of wild to think of how long it's been since I've really paid attention to Space Marine army composition, because I was all into these guys in college. And I'm still fond. I just am a little out of date. Gotta get caught up. Well, you didn't miss out on much. I basically just, similarly to now, just hoarded a bunch of models and never really used them. Did some neat conversions that I miss, but didn't really grow to full army proportions, and there wasn't much of an avenue for playing at the time. But we shall rebuild, greater and more powerful than ever. Indeed, sir, indeed. Uh-oh. Somebody... Here's the neighborhood dogs. Wants to be part of the conversation. Okay. I do like these marksman honors, these golden bolter shells. Those are neat. Yes, Midna says hi. This douche has a fucking chapel hanging from his waist. Obnoxious. Oh man, there's no way I'm gonna get through 3 layers of paint on these chains and not spill it on the sides somewhere. But at least, you know, from what I've been told from internet painting gurus, the ideal procedure is starting with the bottommost layers. So I trust the process. I mean, they're all smashed up next to each other anyway, so something is bound to get hit with the wrong color at some point. Yes, purity seals. I wonder how they decide where purity seals go. Like, is it here because this guy's shin needed an extra blessing? Or is it because his shin was already super blessed? Or is it just like, this space is open? That doesn't seem very imperial. Ooh, that's going on a little bit thick. Not a fan. Didn't seem that thick when I was pulling it off the pallet. Just have to work with it. Okay, yeah, it's not too bad. Oh, thank goodness it's only on one side. Right, what else has he got? He's got a chest diggle. I have no... There's no way I'm getting in there. It's working. It's working. Oopsie daisies. That's a fair point. I think there's just thousands of years of legend and myths to obscure things. Plus everybody else is always doing it, so why shouldn't the Space Marines get in on it, you know? I do kind of like that the Primaris are not as ornamented as the firstborn models were. Because then when they do put the ornamentation on, you know, the special units, the captains, the lieutenants and stuff, I think it stands out more. It'd be funny to see Gilliman just running around on his side of the Imperium, just debunking campfire stories about the Emperor and the Primarchs. Alright, nope, that didn't happen. Sorry, guys. Probably would not make him very many friends. God damn it. I tell you what. Yeah, a Gilliman encounter with the Black Templars would be entertaining. Maybe it's already happened, I don't know. I haven't read any of the books. We're not really gonna get much more there. Alright, hopefully this paint will hold out for one more Marie. One more pass. Ooh. That was good. Get in there. That'll do. Rad. Nothing on the back. Business in the front. Oh shit. We were actually done. Except for I forgot the sergeant's shoulder trim. This is gonna be runny as fuck. You know what? Now that I'm here, I think I'm also gonna go ahead and you know, I'll do a different brown for that. None on my palette down. Ooh. Blue alert, I didn't even know we got those. Unfortunately, an Amber Alert did come through earlier today. It's been a strangely active day in that regard. Oop, that just speared across the black there. It's okay. Mm-hmm. Yep. Veritable Wild West down here. The trim on the shoulder pad does not stand out very much. I wonder if this is just an old mold or what. Armpit area. Let me see those pits, Marine. This coat's kind of thin here. All right. Okay. So that is their base coat. And then we could just launch right into, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do these Infernus Marine eyes first. I am not sure which of my yellows is going to be the best for this. So it's going to be a little bit of an experiment. None of them are actual glazes. So hopefully I can just thin them down for the same effect. So, Jesus. The palette is drying out a little bit. Let's go ahead and get some water in there. Hell yeah. Okay, and then I'm gonna add some more here. We've got, nope, not that one. Pretty sure I have a glaze medium somewhere. Here we go. Let's put a little bit of that in there. Hopefully. That will help with the opacity. And I am going to use the very smallest of brushes, just in case. Ten pairs of eyes. Nope. 9 pairs of eyes. I don't think any of the helmet guys... Yeah, even the test model hasn't had his done, so... Alright. And I think, you know, if this yellow comes out a little too light, should be pretty easy to go over with a darker one. Of course, I think part of the issue with these guys is going to be that they've got a big chunk of yellow as part of the paint job for being in Furnace Marines. So it's probably not going to be as distinct. We'll have to see when we get to the others. Just a little bit on the bottom rim. Hopefully that will help with the glow effect. Excuse me. Did I finish my tea already? Oh no, there's a bunch. It's still cold, so that's good. Get in there. Yeah, that's just barely visible. But it is visible. I think I'm gonna go ahead and Try a different one midway through here. I've only got 3 yellows. So this is the airbrush one. Some water. Another bit of glaze medium. This feels like mad alchemy, you know? Just throwing stuff together, see what happens. Alright. So this is, at least on the palette, is noticeably darker, but not by a ton. So let's put this on one of the boys. Wow, Minna is losing it about going to check the mail. Wow, I don't know if I'm picking up any paint here. Alright. So these are the 2 that have already been done. You're next on the block, bud. Well, that seems to have a lot more coverage to it. I'm not sure how much it's going to blend as it dries, but it doesn't look bad. I think that I'm probably going to stick with it because I do want it to be a little darker, a little bit more apparent. I mean, you know, nobody's going to be picking these guys up and looking them each in the eyes, but alright. That went through just fine. Oh. I need to be careful not to overload this brush. This is the best detail brush that I have. I do not want to ruin it. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think that's working nicely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, do you have some bad weather down there, or is it just the technology? Yeah, that makes sense. To nobody's surprise, the weather down here has been pretty crazy this week too. Fortunately not getting the news crazy like Kerrville. But definitely a wild and wet summer. That shows up nicely on this guy because he's got a really orange face. Not just coming off here. Alright, and that leaves our two not firing buddies. So this will really only be the only yellow on them. There we go, that's coming out nice. I didn't really look to see how there's just a little green stuff rock here. I didn't get a chance to see how the iron crust interacted with it. Looks pretty decent. It definitely needs some touching up though. Oh hell yeah, that looks just like our boy Sakan. There we go. Alright. Now, barring some detail on the base, I would say that Squad Brimscythe is done. I did print off some flames for them. Years and years ago, I backed a Deadly Prince Studio Battle Effects Kickstarter. They were, I think it was the very first one that they did. And includes some flamer effects. So I've got these medium ones for the guys who are fully unleashing. And then there's a couple of little ones. Let's see here. Little ones that can just serve as a pilot light. Son of a bitch. So tiny. Hopefully they don't unbalance them too much. I chose the smaller ones specifically so that it wouldn't, you know, make them too awkward, and hopefully they'd be able to stay on their feet. I mean, between the magnet in the base and all man, these things got heavy with this layer of basing technical on it. Like, I don't know what's in that stuff, but it's weighty for miniatures. Okay, well, that's oh, yep, yeah, you said it. Right now all the infantry guys just have one magnet, because that's all they need to be secure in the container for now, but can always up the dose if necessary. Alright, so what the fuck? Jesus Christ. I like went to sleep mid-model or something. I don't know how this happens. Alright, come here. There we go. It's nothing more heartbreaking than making a bunch of progress on a miniature and then realizing that you completely missed something way earlier in the process. Now fixing it jeopardizes everything. Fortunately, that doesn't happen too often. Alright, Sergeant, you go at the end of the line because still got some drawing to do. And now, time to bust out some metallics. So, who do I respect the least? That person gets to be my guinea pig. Is this a combi weapon? Yes. Yeah, let's start with the combi weapon just because that will have a little bit more surface to investigate. Alright. See, I recently upgraded my paint storage and reorganized everything, so trying to remember where I put it all. So here is some gunmetal. Good old-fashioned... What is your deal? Good old-fashioned gunmetal. Water it down. This guy has a fun, like, optic enhancement. I'm wondering if that should be painted in the chapter color or treated as some raw exposed metal. Kind of leaning towards metal. Just to add a little bit of visual interest to his face. Blasting all this stuff with gunmetal. Oh, he has a thing on his weapon as well. So I'm gonna have to revisit that with the brown. Easy there, dude. Went for the drilled barrels, and all my drill holes are off center. So that's fine. Alright. It's gonna be interesting getting at these plasma coils. Probably gonna have to take all these guys off of their bases to do any basing on them, but I feel committed now. I told myself when I started that I wasn't gonna bother with doing basing stuff on these starter box minis, but I could not hold myself to it. Fortunately, the two technicals that I have, the Astro Granite and the other one, Astro Granite and Martian Iron Crust, both very easy to apply and very easy to tune up to an environmental look. I mean, honestly, the Martian iron crust, I probably don't need to do anything to it. It looks like a cracked earth enough as it is. But I think that a little bit of dry brushing will still improve it. I feel like I should probably do these bolter shells in a different color, you know? Like, call it brass, so... Although I don't know that I actually have that color. I've got I've got gunmetal, gold, bronze. I think I have silver. I'm gonna have to whip up a brass. Yeah, I think that one's like it's one that they pair it a lot with the Martian iron crust. The guides that they had suggested that the iron crust would crack up quite a bit more, but I think it depends on how thickly you layer it on. And I honestly can't tell if mine is on the thick side or the thin side. There's some areas that seem more cracked and others less. Let's see. Okay, while he's here, let's fix his fucking bolter. I'm thinking about getting that technical for one of the Xenos army bases when it comes time. Either the Necrons or the Tyranids, I don't know. I don't want to go too crazy with bases. But some spooky glows coming out of the bottom would be kind of cool. Alright. That's that. You can sit your ass back down. Actually, nope. I'm committing to it. I'm just gonna slap some gunmetal on this optic. See what happens. Yeah, I think I'll go all the way back here with it. It's like one big attachment to the helmet. Question becomes, should it have the same lens color as the rest of the helmets? Or something different? Since it's a different device. Let's... What did they change about the Thousand Suns? Wow, that's gonna be a lot of infiltrators. Ooh, that's very runny. Let's bring it down a notch. Alright. Well, I can already tell that this is gonna be really thin, and the green is gonna show through, so this is gonna need a second coat. Which is what you're supposed to do anyway, but... Oh no, the little bastard! Oh, he's off cam. This silver running into the cracks of his gun. Absolutely criminal. Let's see. That should be fixed though when we do the shading. Let's get right. This is supposed to be his scope. With a chunky mount. Whew. Okay. Excuse me. Stared so hard that I started to hallucinate. Okay, I have to pay attention because I know at least one of these guys has some kind of device on his belt. And that should also be picked out in gunmetal. This guy, he's got his scope right here. No good Sternguard veteran leaves home without it. Also, I was blocking out these colors the other day. I got a close look at these pistol grips. I don't know if it's just a weird part that's sticking out of the holster, but these grips look goofy as hell. That's like all of them except for this Sarge who is holding his pistol, so that looks normal. Let's see. No other business. Alright, the big gun. Always having to be cognizant of where the camera is. Otherwise I'll forget and just wander off screen. Come on, let me get all the way over there. That should do. Well, it's in the background now, so I'm just gonna let sleeping dogs lie until this is done. It looked like some extension or version of Microsoft Silverlight that I've never seen before just tried to launch itself in the background and nearly crashed everything. I'll have to find its origins and purge it. Hopefully things are running normally now. What little I can hear from my phone makes me think it is. Yeah, fucking Microsoft, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this Windows 11 update. I don't... Well, I mean, we can probably afford it if we need to. I don't want to, though. Oh, that looks really messy for some reason. Oh, there we go. Just needed another pass. One more pass. God damn. I can't resist. I have to say it every time. Okay. Weird. Pointless ridges. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely gonna need some extra coverage. Let's get the barrel. Oh! Or I can just spread gunmetal all over my hand. Okay. Ooh, yeah, that green is very clear underneath the gunmetal. Next time around, I think I will just go ahead and not tempt fate. Do a layer of gray underneath. I mean, it's not gonna hurt to do 2 coats anyway, but it will probably be cleaner overall with the gray first. try to get these rail ridges somewhat clean. Okay. And then there's this whole backside. Okay. It's probably good there. No, see, this guy actually has a decent pistol grip. I don't know why the other ones look weird. Let's see. Let's get this other drum. And these hose connections. I'm already ready for the weekend. Yeah, I saw you're starting a little vacation time this month. That'll be nice. Kick back at home. Ooh, there's a whole bunch back here I missed. Oh, I missed. Ah. Alright. Those connections, and then this ammo drum. Nice. An MOP that's, is that Missive Pandaria? That was the Pandaren expansion for WoW, if I remember right. God. On this side. It's all right. I made my foray into WoW back in the day. Saw my sights. Alright, this can go back. Please don't break on me. Okay. Alright, well that's everything on the bolter. Yeah. This guy has a fucking purity seal around his thigh like a garter belt. This Marine is into some kinky shit. No question. That's right. He's gotta kiss all the battle brothers goodnight. Which, to be fair, is not that kinky. But once he kisses them goodnight, then he goes and does all his kinky shit. You must tread carefully lest he suddenly become a fucking Slaneshi cultist and ruin my space marines. The Codex Astartes only approves kisses goodnight. No rope play, no bondage. And it is wild how just a couple extra details really slows the process down. Felt like I was flying through them the whole time I was working on the Assault Intercessors and the Infernus Marines. But these guys got all these finicky little gubbins all over them. Which is fine. And then the old iron sight. Uh-oh, who's this? Who's this? You're not coming to make mischief, are you? Hey, you need to hunt. And then you're gonna deafen all of us. Okay, you're gonna have to close the door. Pup, I see you. It's not in here. Probably her Kong. We've baited her into committing crimes elsewhere. It's probably about time for her evening dentistic. She's always trying to trick us into giving her more. Okay, it's the Sarge. He's got the funky stuff on his belt. She's been feeling a little cooped up lately because of all the rain. Fortunately, it should be pretty sunny this week, so finally she can get outdoors. Okay. Oh, that is a purity seal. I recognize it now. That's okay, I can paint those different colors. These guys are sneaky with their seals. Let's see. Alright, so gunmetal that just leaves. The Sarge. Now, what is that thing supposed to be? Like a little box with a door on it. Maybe a reliquary. I don't think it's a device like I thought it was. A couple of the Infernus Marines had little, I don't know, auspex things that are not auspex on them. These guys got something else going on. Keep vacillating between wanting to finish these models one army at a time and switching up between them. Just to try and keep things fresh. I think it'll probably be interesting enough to paint the Outriders. And then once they're done, it's only big models. Yeah, it's hard space-wise. The painting stuff takes up so much room here. I tried initially to keep it down to like a small number of colors and just get by mixing them and stuff, but I eventually found that I really just needed to have some more variety. So I ended up getting a bunch more paint, taking up more space. But overall, I'm glad I did. I remembered not being a big fan of painting before, but I've very much enjoyed it since picking it up again. So, what the fuck is this supposed to be? Gotta get that dedicated hobby space. The stuff dreams are made of. Alright, well, I feel like this reliquary thing should not be in gunmetal. Probably ought to be gold or something. So that's gonna have to sit there. Nice. Yes. That's how to do it. I do not foresee ever having... Man, I don't even know if I'm ever gonna have house money, let alone personal man cave / wet bar money. But who knows, one day perhaps. Also, gunmetal feels like the wrong color for the melt-a-gun. I will continue to dream and live vicariously through others until opportunity strikes. Got him. Well, an arrangement like that would definitely make a move easier. We probably wouldn't have even managed to move out here if we didn't have the opportunity to live with my folks when we first got here. Fortunately, that only lasted a month. My guts. Alright. I think this is my gray. It's still wet. I don't think so. This filter grip. We missed yesterday. Oh, there's some more. Some more metal right here. Well, that's extremely generous of you. It's definitely something the world is in short supply of these days. Posture is getting to me. Gotta train myself to sit properly, or this will be a short painting career. I don't remember what I was gonna put this on. Oh, this reliquary thing. Hi. You finished your call already? Are you chill now? Yeah. Elbows, huh? I feel like I need more meat on my elbows to make this long-term thing. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Alright. Just for security's sake, I'm gonna do this barrel real quick. Mash that out. Yeah, the more I look at these guys, the more I'm thinking that this base coat of green might carry us all the way through. I'm sure things will change once we do the shading. Badoop. Alright, well. That is all of their base metallics. Overall, I think it took a little bit longer than I expected. Get this over here, but these salamanders are coming together. I think that there'll only be one more salamander. Let's see. My impression is that these are salamanders who have been cut off by the cicatrice maledictum away from the rest of the chapter. So either they're going to have the captain or the apothecary as their character. Not decided which yet. Both would fit in nicely. And then the other one will go to the Blood Ravens. Who are gonna just have so much stuff. Two Terminator characters. I'm not sure yet who to do the Phobos librarian or lieutenant, because he doesn't really fit in. I mean, he'd fit in with the Emperor's huntsman. Oh no, not attached to the units, just kind of the lone character that who survived with these Marines after their separation. So, their caretaker. tempted to do the lieutenant in the huntsman scheme, but it just seems weird to have one lieutenant serving alongside 3 outriders while he's on foot. So we'll see. I don't know. Maybe he'll join the Blood Ravens. I'm not sure what possessed me to do this mishmash of chapters, but I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be interesting when they're done. Yeah, he could work well as a Phobos, or as kind of just the scout element for the bikes. I mean, this particular lieutenant, you know, it's the one from the box, so he's got this cool, the cool I murdered everything with knives pose, which would just be very, very on brand for the huntsman. So I think I'll decide based on how fun they end up being to paint. I haven't worked with purple before, so we'll see. We'll see. If it turns out that it's a fun scheme to work with, then I'll do the Phobos lieutenant to go along with them. Okay, so there's only one more thing that I want to do. Already kind of been going at it for 2.5 hours. It's longer than usual, but when you're in the zone, you gotta keep going. I'm gonna try. I want to see what this fluorescent yellow looks like. I really, really want to... What is it, princess? Wow. That's a big bone. I really, really want to nail down some... Yeah, AutoZone. I really want to nail down some glowing effects. And I feel like this fluorescent is going to be the key. But I've got the little twig familiar guy, and I did some... I don't think it's going to show up on camera, but kind of built up the color of his eyes. So he's got darker on the edges and lighter towards the middle. And I'm kind of hoping that just one little dash of this fluorescent will be kind of the topmost color to sell the effect. Or I haven't built up enough and it will just look really weird. I don't want him to look like deranged or anything. He's supposed to be like a cute puppy figure. But if I get it right, I can do it with all the other models that I'm planning to, like the Hive Fleet models, although they're gonna be glowing a different color. And then I have a black dragon that I've been avoiding because I wanted to master this first. And goddamn, that looks good right there. Yeah. Just enough. Jesus Christ, he looks alive. I'm scared. I'm gonna put him over here. Well, I'm happy with that. I'm gonna have to figure out some other uses for that paint. A bad dragon, but also a black dragon. A bad black dragon. No, it's actually a really sick model. Let me see if I can... I don't have an excuse to use these other scenes much, so let me see if I can pull it up. First, I have to pull out my shitty jerry-rigged keyboard here. Engines and lasers. Oh, no, I don't. It sounds familiar. I feel like I've heard the bad dragon in context, but I don't remember what it was. God damn, this thing's crazy. Alright, let me do a screen share here. See if I get the right one. I've got one of these. Oh, okay. Thanks for the warning then. Because I absolutely would have afterwards. Yeah, it's like a xenomorph hooked up with a black dragon and made something nasty. It doesn't have eyes, but it has these sacs down by its neck that are probably for venom, so I want to do a nice glow on those. So hopefully now I will be ready to tackle that. Yeah, for D&D. Yeah, it's for D&D. I don't think that I'm gonna be getting into any 40k armies that will have, well, you know, it could probably work for a fly rent or something. I'd have to figure out weapons for it. Stop giving me ideas. But yeah. Unfortunately, this is normally when I would have some kind of background to share. I like to try and do some lore for the models that I'm working on, but I didn't have the time or the energy for this week, which is a shame. I feel kind of bad because it would have been, you know, for the Squad Brimscythe boys, and honestly, this sergeant, he deserves it, so I'll come up with something for next week. And I think I'm gonna start collecting those little lore tidbits and compiling them somewhere that could be shared. But we'll see. Maybe not worth the trouble. Vulcan lives. Stomp stomp. Yeah, so Squad Brimscythe will get a little introduction. I haven't even named these Sternguard veterans yet, so we'll see. When I'm feeling like I might just save the energy for working on the homebrews, because those are more fun anyway. But we'll see. Oh gosh. But yeah, I think that's gonna be the session for today. So thanks for sticking around and chatting, bro. Really appreciate it. And hopefully this will get you painting again soon. I want to see your Demon Prince conversion all lively. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll make big progress this week and already be halfway to the Outriders by next week. I imagine that we'll still be working on the Sternguard come next week, but we'll see. I think I made a lot of progress this week just because of the long weekend. So nice, nice. Love it when a plan comes together. Alright, well, thanks for tuning in. You and any other silent viewers that may have joined along. Appreciate it. And this is Daft Pirate signing off. Catch you at the next one.